Hello, everyone. Thanks for stopping by. Hey, so we have a few people in already this evening. Thanks for joining me, Jim. And some days here are here. Donnie Childs, hi. Nice to have you here again. The Nomadic Ramblers are here. Hey, saw your all's live feed. Just barely caught it the other day. Wasn't expecting it, but it was nice to see. Um, how's it going here? It's going good. Trying to get a lot accomplished during my short stay here in Jacksonville. Hey, there's Code 4 for Life. Hello, Don and Scotty, if Scotty's present. And there's Papa Drew. Hey, nice of you to join in. So I flew into Jacksonville on Wednesday, and I will fly back to Idaho this coming Wednesday. And the purpose for my trip, as most of you probably will know, is my grandson is graduating from high school. So we're hoping that goes off without a hitch, but it is Florida in the summertime, and we have a lot of rain. And there's just a front moving through, and we got a notification from the high school today that they may postpone it for 30-minute intervals, but after an hour, if it's still raining, they'll reschedule it for June the 9th, which is actually the day that I will be flying back home. So I may or may not get to see my grandson graduate. So y'all just say some prayers for me that I'll be able to see him make this big step in his life. I would really appreciate it. They're holding it outside, of course. If it was inside, we wouldn't have to worry about it. But with the pandemic, they held the graduation last year outside as well, and it was hot, but it went off okay. So we'll see. Thank you for the prayers. I appreciate that. Arvine done our way. Hey, nice to have you here. Glad you could join in tonight. So primarily, I'm just going to be talking about some of the things that I'm hoping to accomplish while I'm here. I think that a lot of you have to do the same thing periodically from time to time. You just have to go back to your home base and get some things done. And that's what I'm in the process of doing now. Today, I got to deal with the clerk of court's office to get my driver's license renewed. And that's a whole different process. You have to go inside, sign up, give them your phone number, and then they send you text updates as to how long the wait is. And mine started out at 186 minutes, so it was a little over 3 hours. Then about 30 minutes or so later, I got a text saying 167 minutes. And then an hour later, I got one that said 94 minutes. And then the next text came in and said, there's only one person ahead of you. You have 11 minutes. So I had to rush over there and barely got it done. But I was able to get my driver's license renewed. And it's good for another 8 years now. So I won't have to worry about that for a while. And hopefully that pandemic will be gone and out of our pesky hair. So there's Karen Boardman. Hey, Karen, how are you tonight? Nice to see you. And Kelly is here. Nice to have you all joining in. So I am also going to be mailing off some forms to Social Security. I have to check on my homeowner's insurance policy. It doubled in cost this year, and it's caused my mortgage payments to go up substantially. So I'm going to be talking with insurance companies to see if I can get a better quote and try to get that monthly payment down some. So it's just, a whole bunch of just business type of things that you have to take care of. Got my debit card renewed. Just little things like that take up time, and it's easier to do them when you're at your home base than it is over the phone or in the mail, and trying to find a place where you can get your mail. And most of you have all been there and done that, so you know how confusing it can be, and what a hassle it can be. So let's see, Daryl's saying make the big step. Which big step are we making? Yes, so I want to give a shout out to my friends, Kim and Daryl, and Dawn and Kevin, because they are out there in Idaho, mindfully watching my rig and my two dogs while I'm here in Jacksonville for 9 days. And right now they're going through some horrendous weather. It's 101 there now, and it's just really hot, and they're having to sit there and stay there with my rig. And I just don't know what I can say or do to show how much I appreciate what you guys are doing. They're taking care of my puppies and making sure that they're okay. It was just much easier than trying to get two dogs on the airplane, and just saving me money as well. So I really thank my friends. Let's see. So who else is here? No, Nomadic Ramblers, COVID-19 has ruined everything. It certainly has. It's made life so very difficult. Just the common little things that we take for granted every day are exceptionally hard during these times, and it just takes extra patience, and try to do as much as you can online. Try not to have to go into these offices if you don't have to. It's just about the only way that we can get by right now. We got a good price for the Airstream. Oh, don't sell it! Don't sell it! Don't be funny either. So let's see. Kevin's saying hi to Dawn, and when are you and Scotty coming up? Would be nice to see you guys. It really would. Oh, Shirley, we're all going to climb into your rig. It's cooler than ours. What is the temperature in my rig? Have you looked at it recently? I'd be interested to know that on 100-degree days. We had 2 days of 100 plus. Now it's in the low 90s. Yes, thankfully the temperature should start coming back down. Hopefully, but I was thinking that I saw yesterday it's still going to be in the hundreds. So, but we'll have to ask Dusk to Dawn with our weather. Dawn is our local weather girl, so she keeps track of those things for us. So what do you say, Dawn? When's that weather going to break? Let's hear the forecast. What shirts did you get, Daryl? I missed something. RV done our way. It's hard to make it to everyone's lives. Glad we could make it to yours. I'm certainly glad that you could as well. I appreciate that. It's very hard. And this last week before I flew out, I didn't even put out a video this week. I was just busy trying to get everything done around the trailer, because we had to move there, and then we had to set up, and then I had to start cleaning up and getting the trailer ready, because once I get back, it's going to be time for us to move again. So I had to get everything accomplished that I needed to, and I had to go to the laundromat and wash all my bedding and my rugs, and it was just a big hassle. And unfortunately, I haven't had a whole lot of time to watch a lot of videos myself. So I really do appreciate you stopping by tonight. I understand how hard it is sometimes to see everyone. Karen, how's weather where you're at? And Kelly, you're probably about the same as I am here in Florida, I'm thinking. But the weather here in Florida is a lot more humid. I saw that the weather in Idaho had only 15% humidity today, whereas here it was like 74% humidity, 87 degrees. But that humidity really adds to it. It's more like, feels more like 90 than anything else. So the humidity can really do you in here in Jacksonville. So be grateful if you're out west and you don't have to deal with that hot and humid. Kelly said, "Yep, that's." And Nomadic Rambler says 81, but humid as heck. Yes, it sure is. Oh, great, Daryl, that's wonderful. My fridge temperature inside is 39. Excellent. Thank you very much. Yeah, I having to leave the fan on my refrigerator the whole time that I'm gone just to keep the refrigerator cool enough. It's one of those ammonia type fridges that gets really hot, and especially in hot weather, I have a hard time keeping my refrigerator temperature normal. Sorry, my nose is itching. So that's, something that worries me while I'm gone. The humidity is terrible. Yes, absolutely. Kelly says 85 there with a 65% humidity. Yep, yep. Alabama is just like Florida in a lot of ways when it comes to the weather. You guys get it as bad as we do. So, Dawn is telling Sharon she doesn't want to be here right now. That's for sure. I missed a couple of things here. I'm almost happy we're not there. Yeah, yeah. It's better almost to be in Florida right now, even though we're humid. The temperatures aren't as high as they are in Idaho for the moment. But next week will be a different story. It's gonna be a lot cooler there than it is right now. So hopefully, the weather will be much nicer when we get back. And then Jim is saying it's 72 and rainy. Poor Jim. I think it's rained there nearly almost every day for him. And Jim, I saw your video on the George Bush International Airport. That's where I flew into from Idaho and then flew back out of there, headed back here to Jacksonville. So it's a nice airport. It's big, yes. Like, what is it? 5 terminals? And 3 of them are dominated by United. So United is a very big airline there. Yeah, you didn't even let me know. Oh, I never even really thought about it at the time until I saw your video. I could have said something because I had a 3-hour layover. I could have met you and said hello. And unfortunately, when I fly back, I'm going to be flying through Dallas Fort Worth. So I won't be going through Houston again. But we'll meet up one day soon, I'm sure. Donnie says Fort Lauderdale rain, but not bad. Well, that's good to hear because Fort Lauderdale can get pretty hot too. It's 2.5 miles from there. Oh my gosh, Jim, I'm so sorry. Shoot, we could have had a nice conversation and a cup of coffee together, and it would have been really nice. Next time, for sure. And Don is saying, Jim, we need some of your rain here. Yeah, they get a lot of rain in Texas right now. And it starts to go down Tuesday in Idaho, but it all keeps changing. Isn't that the truth? Every single day you look at the weather and it's totally different. We can propose to think that we might know what's going to happen, but it's never really what happens. So, Don says, let's see. Yeah, Tuesday. Okay, I just read that one. And Kim and Daryl saying, Don, that sounds nice and relaxing. Scotty needs to relax so he can work for shoes. Poor Scotty. He is never going to live down the shoes, is he? That's just going to go on through infinity. You can all have it, says Jim. That's for sure. But I will be certainly glad to leave Florida and get back to Idaho. It's nice to come home and see family. I love my family dearly. But after a few days, you're like, okay, I'm ready. I'm stagnant here and I need to be out and busy and going and doing. And I love the RV lifestyle. I could not come back here and sit for days on end and do nothing anymore. It's just not. It's not in me. It's not programmed in me. I've got to stay active and out and about, seeing new things, seeing as much of this country as I can. It's just, sitting home and watching TV, it's not what it's all about. We've got to make the most of what time we have left in our lives and do everything that we possibly can. And I think that that's something that we all need to try to remember, because life goes by way too fast and we never know what today is going to bring. So live it while you can, guys, and just keep going. Just keep going forward. It's nice to visit family, but it's nice to get back out on the road. And there's my weekend RVing. Hi, guys. No, so nice to see you on here. Love you guys and miss you lots. Can't wait till we can see one another again. Some days here is saying we saw a weasel on the road today, and the Snake River is full of salmon or trout. Can't tell which. That's incredible. I never thought about salmon being there in the Snake River. Is it? I don't know. I guess, is this where they summer at? That's interesting. Let's see. Nomadic Rambler says it was in the 90s in Alberta, Canada yesterday. Oh my gosh. That's ridiculous. That's too far north to be that hot. The weather this year is absolutely crazy. I don't know what to think about all of it. Jim is saying try sitting for 6 years. I'm sure, Jim. I'm so I will keep you in my prayers. I know that you're waiting for that probate to get over so that you can get out and enjoy life too. And I pray that that will end for you soon. Hopefully the lawyers will be able to give you some kind of an update or fill you in as to why this is all happening so slow. The Snake River is beautiful. It is beautiful, and you see it everywhere. That's the really cool thing about the Snake River. It just winds forever and ever, and it's a great river to raft. You see so much wildlife on the Snake River. It's really a beautiful place to be. Yes, amen. Thank you, Arlene Dunn. Yes, it's very true. We all just need to live life. Daryl's saying Ziggy, on the other hand, has a new sheriff in charge, so he is back on his diet. All right. Well, at least we got the proportions figured out for his diet, huh, Daryl? We had a slight mishap the first night. Ziggy got a double portion of dog food and was loving Daryl to pieces for it. And for those of you who don't know, Ziggy is just a big food hound, and he is constantly wanting to be fed. So he probably felt like he was in hog heaven when Daryl overfed him. So that's funny. But I know they're being well taken care of, that's for sure. Thank you, Sharon and Bobby. Excellent advice, and we agree 100%. RVing weekend, yes, weekend RVing. We love having them here. And Daryl's saying they look just like catfish, but now they're not. Oh, okay. You're not sure what kind of fish they are, or if they look kind of like catfish, they may be some kind of trout. Just saying hello to everybody. Papa Drew said, I really like Florida. It's fun. It is fun. It is a fun state. There's lots of things to do and see, especially around that Pensacola area. You can find anything that you want to do there. But, after a while, after you've been there for a while, it gets boring just like any other place. And the winters aren't nearly as severe as they are in some places, but we have cold weather here as well. It's gotten down in the 20s here in Jacksonville. Not every year, but I'd say every third year or so. We get some really cold weather. And the white sand beaches. The white sand beaches are very pretty, but when you drag that stuff into your car or your house, it's a mess. Did we make it to Shoshone Falls? Not yet. That's going to be after I get back. So hopefully we'll find a place nearby. Daryl, have you found anything around that area for us to camp in yet? Keep me updated on that one for sure. Let's see. Kim, thank you. Hello. Sorry, I forgot to say hi sometimes. And Kim is saying thank you. Oh, and Don's back on keto. All right. Good job. I think that Daryl and Kim are going to try getting back on it too while I was gone. Hopefully they got that started. I'm trying to be careful. Hey, Shanna. Nice of you to join in. Glad you could stop by for a while and say hi. How are things in your neck of the woods? We was talking about all the hot weather everywhere. Puppeteer says, I found a fort. It was neat. I also got in for free as I am a vet. Yes, it's always a nice benefit. If you're a vet, national parks are free. Yes. Same way with, I believe, the national forest. You get in free as well. And you may even get in free at Corps of Engineer Parks too, Puppeteer. So you might want to check that out. Or at least a reduced fee. Most definitely. All right, so they're going keto as well. We'll wait for the Ramblers to get to Twin Falls to see it together maybe. Okay, that certainly sounds like a good plan to me. Can't wait for us all to get back together. That'll be a lot of fun. So, all right, just keep me updated on when our move date's going to be and where we're going, because I'm not making any plans for that myself yet. I've got enough to keep me busy here for a little while. But I can't wait. I can't wait to see Shoshone Falls. That's been something I've been wanting to see for quite some time. So looking forward to that. And Craters of the Moon. That's another national park I can check off and get a stamp in my little passport book. So I'm sure that there's some other places nearby that we can see and explore while we're waiting on them to meet us, so we can go see these places together. Shanna's saying things are okay. It's been hotter in the Northwest than here in South Carolina. I finally got some rain. All right, good job. You'll probably have some more coming your way too, because it's raining here almost daily now. Yeah, Craters of the Moon too, for sure. And Don says, me three. Yeah, the Ramblers have already seen Shoshone Falls, but I guess you guys won't mind going and seeing it again with us. Your hair looks really good. What a blow dryer will do right. Actually, I haven't even blow dried it. It's just the change in the weather has made a big difference. So that's just what I do here at home. I just wash and air dry, and it does really well. The humidity kind of tends to give it a little bit more body, I think, when I'm home. So yeah, I haven't had to do that. But my daughter is going to be cutting my hair on Monday, and then we're going to go and get a pedicure done. She's treating her mama to that, because I was sitting in her recliner the other night at her house, and I had my shoes off, and she was looking at the bottom of my feet, and out there in that dry air, your skin just gets really dry and cracked, and my feet are in horrible condition right now. So she was like, Mom, we got to go get a pedicure. So she's going to go take care of her mama and get things all, cut some of this length off of this hair, because it's just too hot in the summertime. Makes me sweat really bad at night. I bet it's great swapping baby wipes for real showers. It's nice to be able to turn that water on and just let it run. Um, but you feel really guilty about doing it. I know I was standing at the sink just washing off my glasses and the water was just running down the drain and I keep thinking I would not be doing this inside my trailer. I would not be doing this inside my trailer. So I think that we really should use some of our practices that we do when we're boondocking on a daily basis when we're at home. It would certainly cut down on water usage and the cost of the water bill, the electric to heat the hot water. So, yeah, I think we're kind of really a wasteful society when you think about it. But those long showers sometimes just feel really nice, and then you feel guilty. So, I don't know what to do about that. I so wish I was there to go. Oh, yeah, it won't be long. Don says, so I learned something in town. The locals don't pronounce the E at the end of Shoshone, and it sounds weird. Yes. So it's not Shoshone, it's Shoshone. Yay, more water. Yes, Jim, more water. Yes. Um, it's nice to have it at your fingertips. It really is. But I think that we're very wasteful sometimes in how much water we really do use. I think everybody could cut down a little bit and save themselves some money throughout the year. That's just my thinking anyway. And I attribute all that to boondocking for a year and a half now. And it's just kind of become more of a way of life and ingrained a little bit more in, what I should be doing, how I should be living. And, we minimize everything else in our life. We should learn to minimize with water when we're in our homes. Just my thoughts. I don't know. Y'all probably have a different idea. And who doesn't love a long hot shower? Dawn did 7 loads of laundry today in the trailer in 3 hours. And how much water did she use, Kevin? But 3 hours, that's really fast. That, of course, it was hot. So it dried the clothes really quickly, I'm sure. Let's see. More water. It jumped on me. I'm sorry. That is true, Shirley, with the water. Yes, absolutely. And Karen, 2 babies, 4 grands. Hey, sorry, so glad that you was able to catch the chat before we go. I've still got another 30 minutes or so. Almost missed you. Was outside watering my garden. Oh, how nice! I wish I had a garden. I tried gardening here a couple of different years, and some things grew fairly well, but we had a lot of bugs here and my tomatoes got eaten before I could even get them grown and ripened on the vine. And the birds kept eating my strawberries. So I finally gave up and just said, you know what, I'm just going to buy produce at the store. So I miss that though, because my mom was a great gardener. We had a big backyard. She lived on a hill, so we had a small front yard, and then the backyard was down lower and really big. And we had a huge garden every year back there, and she grew all kinds of things and canned and put food away for the winter. And I miss that because we had some really good food. Let's see. So Jim is saying, wow, Kevin, what a champ. Let's see, what did I miss? Did 3 loads. So how much water did she use, Kevin? Let's see. Oh, come on. I can't cut down much more on water. Oh, it was 5 loads. Rambling Vagabond. Hi, nice to see you again. I want to try showering or at least washing my hair over a tub and then reusing the water for a load of laundry using fresh water for the rinse. Absolutely. And even when I use my little portable washer, I do pretty much the same thing. I will wash a load of clothes and then put clean water in for the rinse. And then I save the rinse water to wash the next load with. So just trying to minimize the amount of water that I'm wasting, per se. But yes, showering and using that water to do laundry would be another good way to do it. Absolutely. If you could get one of those, round tubs and have an outside shower, that would be a great way to do it. Or a tub that you could set inside in your shower to collect the water. It's a good thing. It's a good thought process. And Rambling Vagabond, I'm not sure that I remember your first name. So if you would please drop it in the comments so I can address you by name, I would really appreciate that. Thank you. So yeah, okay. Kevin says, laughing, I filled the 30-gallon bladder again today. I'll put it in the rig tomorrow. Well, 30 gallons, that's not too bad. She did what, 5 loads of clothes? And that takes about 10 gallons per load by the time you wash and rinse. So that's 50 gallons of water, basically. So not bad. I mean, and getting it done in 3 hours. That girl was hopping, absolutely hopping. Cindy. Okay, I have a sister named Cindy, so that should help me remember your name. Thank you for putting it in the comments. I appreciate that. Thank you, Daryl. Yes, everyone, if you have enjoyed the chat, please give me a thumbs up. If you do enjoy my chats, I would appreciate it also if you would share out my channel to your friends, and maybe it's something that they would enjoy as well. Sometimes I do some, how-tos or educational kind of things, but sometimes it's just a particular topic that we decide would be good, or I try to do videos once or twice a week, but the last couple of weeks I haven't really had a chance to put a video out, or to even take time to make the content to put the video out. So bear with me. Once I get back, I'll be able to film some content and get a new video out to you guys. And I really appreciate your patience. Kevin says, I've already put 90 gallons in the tank. Oh, well, it's hot. It's hot, Kevin. So you're probably going to take more showers than you would normally when it's a little bit cooler. So it's not bad. If you can get the water, use it. And while it's hot outside, I would certainly want to be taking more showers. Let's see. I had to hurry before it got too hot. Absolutely. She did really good. You're right, Kevin. She did. Don's clothes were dry before the last clothespin was on. That's probably true. That had to be Kim saying that. Yeah, Shirley. Excuses. Well, it's true, Jim. I'm sorry. It's, I don't move around as fast as I used to. And now here in Jacksonville, I don't even have a vehicle. So unless the kids are home to take me, like my son had to take me over to get my driver's license today. Car rentals, I found out, are ridiculous right now and very scarce, because when the pandemic hit and no one was renting cars, my son was telling me that a lot of the car rental agencies sold all their vehicles. So now they have very few, and we all know now it's hard for them to purchase new cars because they aren't manufacturing them because there's a shortage on the chips for the cars. So it's kind of a big circle, and what cars are available are double to triple what it used to cost to rent a vehicle. So I'm stuck here in Florida, dependent on my kids to take me to places. So that's why you're seeing my sofa in the background. I would love to have done a driving tour out here at Jacksonville Beach, but it wasn't to be. My son had to work, and my daughter didn't get home until around 6 o'clock, and didn't want to go anywhere else. So, here we are. Here we are. Thanks for the reminder. Been watching a while, eating dinner. Thank you. Thank you very much for coming in. Meant to be RVing. I appreciate it. And the Nomadic Rambler said, we haven't had a chance to put out videos either. Thank goodness that the house is finished. Yay, that's great news, Sharon. And it what's another 3 days before you close? So that's really good news for you guys. Teresa. All right. Thanks, Teresa. I'll try to remember that as well. And some days here saying, oh, yeah, I forgot to tell you, we got a good price for the truck. Oh, come on, y'all. Don't be selling my home and my vehicle. I'll have to ride with you and live with you when I get back there because I won't have any place else to go. Once I'm off that plane, you're stuck with me. Just remember that. Yes, so happy for the Childers. They will have a lot more freedom without having a house to worry about anymore. Yes, Mom got top dollar for her car in the flood, which was a crazy amount. Yeah, it is. I mean, people are selling a lot of used cars, used RVs. There's a lot of things that are used trucks. Even meant to be weekend RV. James was talking the other day on the live feed about, if you have a car or a truck that you want to sell, you can get top dollar for it right now. Because James works in a car dealership and he's all about that kind of stuff. So he can tell you the truth about that. Hey, there's Roy and Becky. Hey guys, how are you doing? Becky, have you seen your snake again today? She's been having problems with a little snake that's been visiting regularly in their yard. And I'm with you. I don't like snakes either. They can go someplace else. And Daryl and Kim are saying congratulations, Sharon and Bobby. Absolutely. Got to love a Chevy. Yes, Karen, absolutely. I love my Chevy truck. And until it dies, I'm not getting anything else. Let's see. And Code 4 saying, congratulations on the closing of your house. Yes. Good deal, Sharona and Inside Bob. Yeah, that Bob knows how to handle those finances and work that real estate and bring in that money. He's pretty good at that kind of stuff. So good on you. Let's see. Everybody's saying hello to everybody. I hate snakes. Yep. We all, I think, do. Thank y'all. It's been a long 2 weeks. It really has. We can't wait to see you again. Have you come back with smiles on your face and that look of freedom and just that, dancing that little jig of freedom. It will be great. So, and it's not too much longer. You got about, 6 days before you head out again. So it'll be fun times when we all get back together. Roy and Becky's saying we think the snake met its maker when it came across the moor. Ah, that's good. There's half a snake laying out there now. That happens here in Florida in my backyard. In past years, I haven't had to do it this year, but when I mow up against the fence, in particular around the fence line, every summer I run across 1 or 2 snakes. And I don't see them running across the yard, thankfully, but they like to hang out around the edges of my yard. There's a retention pond not far away, and I think that's what draws them over. And let's see. Nomadic Rambler says, but outside Bob does not like to grout or tile or paint. So guess who gets to do it? My Sharona. So yeah, and it's a good thing that you're handy with things like that, Sharon, because not everybody can do those kinds of things. It's nice to have those skills. And y'all are just, helping one another and getting it all accomplished. And that's a big deal. Let's see if I missed somebody. Hey, Inside Bob, thinking of buying rental property. What's your advice? You could have bought the one that he had. In fact, my body feels like I built the house. Yeah, I'm sure that's very true. That's a lot of work in a 2 week period of time. So it's no wonder you guys are tired because it it takes a lot of effort to get those things done. Tiling and grouting in particular, man, on your hands and knees, up and down, cutting with the tile saw. And I've done that. When we remodeled our kitchen, I designed and laid all the tile in the kitchen with the help of two of my kids. So totally understand what that's like. And I do, whenever there's painting to be done inside, I do all the painting. Um, I let my son paint outside, but I paint inside. So some things you just feel like it's better if you just do it yourself. In fact, my body, yeah, feels like it built the house and probably a shed and a barn and other things too. Yep, it's a lot of work. It's over now for sure. And outside Daryl, don't do it. Don't buy a rental property. Yeah, that's not a fun thing to have to keep up with. Sorry, gotta drink my coffee. I'm certainly grateful that I don't have to worry with selling my house or renting it out right now. It's nice that my kids rent out my house. It makes it nice and handy. They're taking good care of it and the upkeep, and that way I have a place to come when I'm at home, place to lay my head down, place to come to when I get too old to do all this, and I don't have to deal with the mess. So it's been a real good solution for myself as well as my kids. Let's see. Next home I buy is a nursing home. Oh, you don't want to go there either. Believe me, I've worked in nursing homes, and even the best of the best are not good places to be. So, been there, done that, yeah. And Roy Becky says, nope, we're dumping our property on the daughter. Good thing to do. Shirley, I am not a slumlord. I'm helping my kids out, and it helps me out as well. So, nothing wrong with that. Let's see. Roy Becky's saying, but they have to install a full RV hookup. Yes. And that's something I'm going to be doing in my backyard. Eventually, I'm going to put a gravel pad back there for the trailer and run a 30 amp outlet, because I don't know. I may go ahead and run a 50 amp because sometimes the 30 amp in the summertime isn't enough. But then, it can be well, not a mother-in-law, but a mother's suite in the backyard if I can get by with that. We'll see. Right now, we don't have a homeowners association that's active. They disbanded. So it's quite possible I could live back there in that RV and nobody would say anything. But that's yet to be seen, and I'm not going to even contemplate that until I have to. So there we go. So, all right. So where is everybody else going to be going this summer? What are your summer plans? What places do you want to see? Roy and Becky, how about you guys? That's a win-win. Yes, absolutely is. Thank you, Sharon and Bobby. A she shed. Yes, a she shed in the backyard. That would be the perfect thing for me. I could come in and say hi when I wanted to, and I could just stay outside. But I may have to consider a composting toilet if I did that. So we'll see about that. Roy and Becky, they probably will. So none of our kids have us 24/7. Yeah. HOA controls your backyard too. Oh, hell yes. They had, when we bought this house, a whole list of what you could and couldn't do. You aren't even really supposed to be parking an RV or a boat in your backyard in this development. So and it's just kind of gone by the wayside, and there's trailers all over the place and a boat. The guy next door has a boat and a trailer. And no one really wanted to be the president or the treasurer or whatever. So they finally just disbanded the homeowners association altogether. So it'll be interesting this January to see if I'm still having to pay homeowners fees. So we'll see about that. Anyway, Roy and Becky says they probably will, so none of us kids have them 24/7. And then they said, hey, we are in the backyard of this house and nobody's called the cops on us yet. Yeah, as long as you don't have a nosy neighbor with a homeowners association agreement in their hand, you might be okay and get by with it. There's too much to see out there to list. Yep, absolutely. True, Sunday's here, probably. Yeah. And that's like paying to be in prison. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, so that's, that's kind of my goal right now, is just to have that pad, if nothing else, for, times that I'm traveling through and just, visiting for a short time with my kids. I can pull the RV into the backyard and hook it up and make sure that everything is still up and running and doing okay. And then, pull back out when I'm ready to leave. So that's kind of the goal right now. Kevin is saying, Sharon, that means that the person buying your house was probably the one calling the cops before. You never know. That's a good possibility, Kevin. Never really thought about that. And Roy Beck is saying, we have 2 Class C's and a travel trailer in our yard. A homeowners association would have fun with us. Yeah, that's for sure. But you're really lucky if you don't have to deal with a homeowners association. So if y'all ever do have to go back to buying a house, look for someplace without a homeowners association. Bobby Shovel versus Cop Taser. That's funny. Excuse me. Rambling Vagabond says, check around your house for sewer cleanouts. I have 3 around my last house that could have been used to dump. I've never seen one. We've lived in this house since 1995. I don't think I have an outside one. But my daughter's new house has one right in front of her front porch, which is an odd place, I thought. But yeah. So anyway, Don and Dawn are laughing at Daryl. That's funny. Don and Dawn. You have to really pronunciate to differentiate those 2 names. So, but anyway, so that's kind of the news with me right now. Just waiting to get back on the plane and fly back to Idaho. Finish up what business I've got here and see what family I can, and then take back off and go meet up with my puppies again. Hey, Michael, thank you for stopping by tonight. What am I doing at home again? So, since you missed the beginning, I'll fill you in. I'm home because my grandson is graduating high school, and I'm here to see that. So I flew in from Idaho and spending 8 days here, and then I'll be flying back afterwards. So, and we're hoping that it doesn't rain and cancel it right now. But it's so nice to see you. Thank you so much for stopping by. Nomadic Rambler says, Bobby says 100 acres in Wyoming would be great. I would love to live in Wyoming, except maybe in the winter. Wyoming is such a beautiful state. If I had lots of firewood, I may not mind the winters there if I didn't have to go out. Yes, Daryl says, yep, Wyoming. Last grand? No, it's not my last grandchild. I have one other younger that's just 13 now. So I'll have another high school graduation in about 4 or 5 years. But that'll be yes, a good grandma. Thank you, Michael. Um, so anyway, I'll have a few years of freedom where I won't have to come back home uh, if I don't just want to. And there we go. What about Deming? Oh my goodness. Well, they have that Deming Ranch now. I sent it to Kevin, not you, Jim. So there's a thing on Facebook about this the ranch in Deming. It's kind of like an RV park with I think they have cabins, and it's more like an RV resort sort of area there in Deming, New Mexico. Kevin's ready to go, aren't you, Kevin? You could, maybe build up and make some competition there in Deming for something like that. Think Montana. Yeah, Montana would be nice too. Daryl is saying, thank you, Daryl. Let's all pray Shirley gets to see Noah graduate. I certainly hope so. He's he's really special to me. Noah is the middle child in the family, and I didn't because of the birth order and all the kids and everything, I didn't get to spend as much time with Noah when he was little as I did with some of the other grandkids. And I've always felt really horrible about it. So if I was to miss his high school graduation, it would absolutely crush me. So, yes, the Ramblers do love Montana. I dealt with that for 38 years, Sharon. Yeah, that's for sure. Um, and Code 4 says Idaho. Idaho's beautiful. I love Idaho. I know just driving through there last year, I thought that it had incredible beauty. And I haven't seen that much of it yet. So I can't wait to get back to Idaho and explore there some more. And Montana, I only got to see a very small little corner of Montana. So I'm really anxious to see that as well. Kevin says I got to start on in West End and South End. Yes, Jim. Idaho is beautiful. Um, there's just so many beautiful areas in this country that I have yet to see. That I pray I'm alive long enough to see them. And I would love to see Canada next year. If I can get up and see some of Canada, that would be great. I really want to see Maine in the fall, and I want to see the Northeast. Um, I've I've never really been to the Northeast other than I drove to New Jersey to buy my trailer, and I drove back home. So yeah, there's tons and tons of things that I haven't seen. Niagara Falls being one thing that's really big on my bucket list. And then I found out my grandson that's going to school down in Gainesville has been contracted with the Drum Corps International, and he's going to be playing with the Drum Corps this summer, and they have a big competition in Indianapolis in August. So, if I'm anywhere near there, I'm going to go see my grandson playing with the Drum Corps. So that would be a lot of fun for me. I have always enjoyed watching the kids play in bands, uh, and it's just one of the things that just makes me feel alive. So, looking forward to maybe doing that. Too many taxes in Idaho. Interesting. Hadn't really thought about how much they pay in taxes. Um, that's interesting. I saw a video today that was saying that Boise and Idaho Falls was financially one of the best places to live. So I'm wondering what their tax rate is, what kind of taxes they have going on. Idaho is trying to get 5 eastern counties to leave Oregon and join Idaho. I saw something about that. New governor coming into Idaho. It's all very interesting, and why they would even want to do that, I'm not really sure. Love the beauty, though. Yes, it's absolutely a beautiful place. And Kim and Daryl saying, come on, we're going through Canada to Alaska. Would love to see Alaska again. Absolutely. More land. I felt like we got to see quite a bit on this 7 day Inside Passage cruise. So we got to see a lot of the ocean. I would love to see more of the land in Alaska. Dawn is saying, hey, got to see that old bridge by us yesterday. It was interesting. Yeah, I want to see it when I get back, hopefully that afternoon, depending on how soon we plan on leaving. Fit for Expedition. Hey, how are you? Glad to see you on here. So glad you could join in this evening. Where are you guys at now? And tell us a little bit about what's going on in your life. Dawn is saying if the heat keeps up, Alaska would be great. Well, but they're just saying Canada was up in the 90s. So, I don't know. Jim says he loves Boise. It looks like a nice town, but it's hot right now. It's very hot right now. Yes, Sharon, taxes higher than Montana, but it has other options. Sorry, guys. Fit for Expedition saying hi to Jim. Hey, Greg, what's up? Because Eastern Idaho doesn't do the left coast just like Washington. Absolutely. I don't know. I don't know why Oregon would want to jump in with Idaho. I don't understand that whole changing state thing. Maybe somebody can explain it to me why they want to do that. You're in Tucson and it's a dry 100 degrees today. Well, welcome to the club with some days here and Don and Kevin Klein because they are up there just a little south of Boise, and it was 100 degrees there today as well with a 17% humidity I saw at one point during the day. So yeah, hot weather everywhere. Hug Tucson for me, Craig. Don says, hey, we learned that the Boise area people are crazy drivers. 3 of them trying to cut us off today. Well, that's not very nice. And Sharon is saying, Shirley, be sure to tune into our channel tomorrow night. We're going to talk about how we get our men to see the doctor, and we want you to be there. Okay, well, you don't have to worry. I'd be there anyway. Not going to miss that one. I have a doctor's appointment tomorrow morning just for my routine visit, and that's really about all I've got to do. But have to go see the doctor just so he'll do some lab work and refill my prescriptions for me. So, and exactly, Daryl said Dawn. And Kieran is saying Idaho is beautiful. I have friends in Mountain Home. We drove through Mountain Home. It looks like a beautiful area. And we're not camped too far away from Mountain Home. So it's a pretty cool place. And Fit for Expedition says, I love it here. Yep. Tucson's a pretty place. They're crazy everywhere. Yeah. Wish I had an air horn. Yeah. I'm sure that's probably true. That many people trying to cut you off. Did you quit yet? Did I quit my job? Is that what you're asking, Michael? Oh. No, I know what you're asking me. And no, I did not. I have not quit. And I may not quit at all. Who knows? But eventually, probably one day I will. Let's see. Fit for Expedition said, I thought Phoenix had the crazy drivers. Crazy drivers are everywhere. You ought to drive around Jacksonville, Florida. I think it just prepares you for other cities where there's other crazy drivers, especially like Atlanta. Meds. Yes, Sharon. I have to have my medications. So you have to go in periodically and see the doctor so he'll fill them up. Jim says air horns don't work even with 80,000 pounds behind them. Yeah, that's sad, isn't it? I like to stay out of the truckers' way. I like to, let them in whenever I can, get out of their way when they're on the side of the road. I always try to be respectful of the truckers because I think that they have a very hard job, and we should all be respectful of that. Dawn is saying, Fit 4 were retired out of Phoenix. I thought they were nutty enough. And Donnie said, you should see South Florida drivers. I actually have. I've driven down through Fort Lauderdale before. And Fort Lauderdale, Miami, that whole area. It can be crazy, but it can be crazy everywhere. That's just my belief. I mean, around rush hour, Jacksonville, when there's construction, it's crazy here. Atlanta's certainly a crazy place to drive into. And LA, when I lived out there right after high school, that was nuts. And I can't even imagine what it's like now because that was years ago. So I think crazy exists every place that it could possibly be. We just have to be vigilant and watch what's going on around us and just be patient. And Kevin is saying it fit for expedition. We thought Phoenix was bad. Yeah. Totally relaxed. Did you catch my little bump on Tucker's for tearing up our roads on the video yesterday? I think I must have missed that. I don't remember hearing that, but I was just more looking at the scenery around with the video, just trying to see what I could see, or just from the drive into the airport, just what I could remember. And I'm not doing a good job of that, am I? Let's see. Kevin, I was thinking about a train horn. Wow, that would be a little overkill. Karen is saying try driving through Chicago. Been there, done that too, years and years ago, because we were taking a friend of my husband's that was in the Navy back up to where he was stationed at, and we were in Chicago, and that's a crazy place to drive. Yes. Michael is saying, watch it now. I'm getting sensitive. South Florida drivers are just rejects from up north. Absolutely. You're absolutely right, Michael. And like I say, they're not, I don't think it's any worse in any one place, really. You have to be a defensive driver and watch what's going on around you, and just be careful and be patient and stay out of people's way when they get rushed or in a hurry or angry or whatever. Just stay out of the way, get back a little bit and let them go. I have Kim, don't need a train horn. I'm just saying, absolutely, you do not need a train horn. That's way too loud. Too many guns going off in Chicago. Don't listen to the news, so I'm not up on that. But Chicago is not a fun city for me to be in. I didn't enjoy it that much while I was there. Okay. So Atlanta is insane. Yes. Sorry. Atlanta, the best time to go through Atlanta is between 10 p.m. and 4 a.m. And that's when I prefer to drive through Atlanta. And I drive straight through Atlanta, and I don't stop. I do not take that loop. It's just much easier to drive straight through. And even during the day, I've done a couple of videos when I've actually driven through Atlanta during the daytime. If you just time it so that you're going through Atlanta non-rush hour. You know, if you go through like 1:30, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, it's a good drive. You can do it, and it's not ridiculous. And I drive straight through downtown Atlanta on 75. So if I can do it, y'all can do it too. So that's my advice. Just avoid the rush hour. What did I not get? I missed something. All right, well, you can tell me again. I'm not going to go back home. Are you talking about my coffee? You're talking about me yawning? Well, y'all can come and fix me another cup if you'd like to. I would appreciate it. Would you do that for me? So, anyway, I do have a full cup. I just haven't drank it. Let's see. Where's your coffee nut today, girl? Yeah, it's right there. I swear to God, my coffee's there. Chattanooga can be a nightmare sometimes. That's true. It can. Um, and Nashville can be quite a nightmare. They've been doing construction through there forever. It seems like every time I drive from Florida to Missouri, and I go, up 75 and get on 24 and head that way. And Nashville and Chattanooga sometimes are a mess. But the last time I came through Chattanooga, it seemed like you almost bypassed the city, and it was much nicer to drive through there. But Nashville still has some work to do. Um, Thank you. Thank you for saying make sure to hit the like button, everybody. I would appreciate it. Michael says sure. um, and totally relaxed is just laughing. It's very true. Well, it's very true, you guys. So it is 8:37, and my coffee may be starting to put me to sleep at this particular time of night. So that's y'all that know me and love me know that I drink coffee before bedtime because it helps me sleep. So I'm not going to stay on here much longer because I will really start yawning and I will look like I'm bored, but I'm not. I always enjoy talking with you guys and having fun together and sharing information. Um, but I don't want to start yawning in front of you. So you don't want to go through big cities during bad weather. That's very true. If you can avoid bad weather during a trip, you need to, even if you have to just stop and have lunch or whatever, spend a couple of hours in the park or whatever. Try to stay out of storms if at all possible. I love you too. And I will be back before you know it. It won't be long. Enjoy your sleep. Thank you, Karen. And we do need our gang back together. So hopefully the Nomadic Ramblers are still going to be picking up Life as a Joy on the way back out to Idaho. Is that still a go, Bobby and Sharon? Or are they still going to join back up with you guys as you're coming back through? Because that would be great. Then we would almost feel whole again. We'd have a few people missing, like Dawn and Scotty and Deb and her husband, Ted. And, there's just a few that we met and connected with this year it was just a really nice group. And we enjoy traveling together. So anyway, I'm going to say goodnight for tonight. Make sure y'all check in on the Nomadic Ramblers tomorrow night. We'll hear about all those men going to the doctor. That'll be fun. That'll be a fun topic for the evening. And thank you, Daryl, for reminding everyone to subscribe. And we miss you too, Don and Scotty. So everybody check out these channels that stopped in tonight. You visit their channels, see if it's something that you like. Some really great people on here, and I love them all. So just, check them out and share the love. And hope to see you back here next Thursday night. And I will try as soon as I can to get a new video out. I know I've been lacking a little bit. So I will try to remedy that as soon as I can. And y'all have a great week. And say that prayer for the weather to turn so I can see my grandson graduate. And thanks again for coming. And I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.